Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy JC speaking. I am doing this one on the second fixture of round 2 of the Six Nations. You all can guess which this fixture is. Since the year 1881, these two proud European nations have met in rugby. You had the big brother England and little brother Wales. England, they've been playing each other since 1881. England winning 68 of those fixtures, Wales winning 61. 12 of those fixtures being drawn. And they're now playing at Twickenham, where England holds 36, a whopping 36 wins over Wales. Wales only have 14 wins at Twickenham. Now, everything that is counting in England's favour. Number one, England's a more settled team with quite a bit more experience. Number two, England are the home team. Number three, England are a team with a lot to prove. Now let's look at this. What's going in Wales' favour? Wales finished with quite a bit of confidence against the Scots, where England were quite poor against the Italians, one might say. And also, I will say this, should Wales play the full 80 minutes, the way that they played the last 40 minutes against the Scots, England could be in for a tough game here. Okay. Now, this game, to me, this is one of the fixtures that, you know what, you don't want to put a bet on it. You know, I'll be honest, just because of the Twickenham record over here, I'll say I would lean towards England with a very small margin. Okay, this Welsh team has character, they have heart, and so on and such forth, you know. But I don't see Wales pulling a win here at Twickenham. Also, I believe lately, games that these two sides have played against each other as well, England have looked quite the better team, although in the World Cup warm-ups, Wales have a win over the English. I'll say England looked like the stronger team here. And also, if you look, Wales, I'll be honest, maybe the best thing that could have happened to Wales was the likes of Dan Biggar, Alan Wynne-Jones and Welsh stalwarts retiring. So the youngsters, this is the best time for it, because now you have youngsters that you can actually build for the next 4 years for the World Cup in Australia, you know. But please do not take this as me writing the Welsh off, okay? And also, you can say England looked poor against the Italians, but if you look at the team that England selected against the Italians, it wasn't the team that I'd particularly have selected for that contest, if you know what I mean. Here's my team that I would select for the Welsh. Okay. Front row, I would select Ellis Genge, Jamie George, and Will Stewart. My locks would be Mauro Toja and Charlie Ewells. Back row, Sam Underhill, Ben Earl, and Alex Dombrand. My halfbacks would be Alex Mitchell and George Ford. My centres would be Elliot Daly and Henry Slade. My outside backs, my wings would be Tommy Freeman and Will Meir and Freddie Stewart. Now, I will add that in the wing department, England don't have much caps, okay? Which could, you know what, it can be a good thing, it can also be a bad thing. Okay? Good thing because you're starting from scratch, you know. Bad thing, your Defense on the outside, particularly out wide, can catch England napping. Like you have Josh Adams that's running out wide as well. But then again, Wales also don't. Other than Josh Adams, what experience does Wales have in the backline? On that side, in that department. Now, my Welsh. Oh, sorry. Let me go to my bench for England. My bench would be Luka Ndiki, Joe Marler, Dan Cole, Ollie Chesham, Ben Curry, Danny Kerr, Ollie Lawrence, and George Furbank. That would be my bench for England. Okay. Now, my starting lineup, if I would go with this starting lineup. My front row would be Leon Brown, Ryan Elias, and Gareth Thomas. My locks would be Adam Beard, David Jenkins, who I'd make captain. As young as what he didn't do a bad job as captaining the Welsh a week ago. Okay. Back row, Tane Besham, Tommy Reffel, and Aaron Wainwright. Halfbacks, Thomas Williams and Sam Costello. Sam Costello isn't doing a bad job. Not at all, at number 10. My centres, George North and Owen Watkins. George North's experience would be highly appreciated here. Outside backs, Josh Adams, Tom Rogers, and Cam Winnett. Here's my bench. Elliot D, Corey Domanowski, Kieran Asharati, Will Rowlands, Jane Botham, Alex Mann, Gareth Davies, and Rio Dyer. Now, for Wales, I put a 6-2 split, okay? Because of Wales' lack of experience, not because they have the forwards for that, it's because of their lack of experience, okay? Now, if you look at statistics, the statistics from a week ago, round 1, okay? You have a team, you have two sides here that, in my opinion, contrast one another, but they also have a similar plan, okay? My theory is, if Wales want to be successful here, go play on the out, they need to play expansively, okay? Cannot go with the game plan that made you successful under the first Gatlin era, if you know what I mean. I mean, you don't have much experience up front. I mean, let's look at the teams that I've selected. Ellis Genge, Jamie George, and Will Stewart. They would destroy Leon Brown, Gareth Thomas, and Ryan Elias up front. Then you go to the locks. Mario Toja against Adam Beard. Mario Toja wins. Charlie Walls against Duffy Jenkins. Although Duffy Jenkins is a Welsh captain, Charlie Walls would crucify him at the line. Okay. Then you have the back row. Aaron Wainwright against Alex Dombrand. Dombrand wins, in my opinion. Ben Earl and Sam Underhill against Tane Basham and Tommy Reffel. That's yeah, you get where I'm going with this. So, Wales would need to go with character on this and play expansive. It's very seldom that these two sides play a spectacle game against each other. To me, it's more of a tactical game. Okay? Wales will need to take the tactical out of it, okay, and play expansive. Okay? You don't have Dan Biggers or Lee Halfpenny's boot, the kicky pros that these two can provide. Okay, so in the kicking game, you have George Ford up against Sam Costello at number 10. That's a mismatch. Sam Costello gets destroyed by George Ford. Okay? Then you go to the fullback. Let's look at fullback over here. I believe Freddie Stewart will get selected against Cam Winnett. Now, if if Sam Costello kicks that ball deep, Freddie Stewart is amazing under a high ball. Freddie Stewart, there you have it again. Okay? Physically, England's better than Wales. And look, I'm going to be honest, England's more tactical than Wales are at the moment. Okay? But I also believe if England run the ball wide, Wales are just as exposed out wide as what England are at the moment. Okay? So, yeah, and I believe amongst the centres and the wings, despite the lack of experience England have at wing, England's more experienced than Wales and are better equipped than the Welsh. So up front, England win. In the back line, ultimately England win as well. So my prediction for this is England are going to get a big win over here. England should get a big win. I'm not saying it's going to be that, because you don't know what to expect out of these games. England, my theory, what it looks like, England are in for a big win here. Now let's go to statistics as well. Running meters in week 1. England 347 meters, Wales 345 meters. 445 meters. Turnovers 1, England 4, Wales 5. Tackles made, England made 108 tackles against Italy, where Wales were forced to make 156 tackles against Scotland. Tries, England scored 2 tries to Wales 4 tries. Okay. Tries against, each team conceded 3 tries. Okay. Again, it's a matter of the losing team scoring more tries than the winning team over here. Okay. In week 1. Handling errors. England made 4 handling errors to Wales 13. Kicks in play. England 31 kicks in play, Wales 33 kicks in play. Kicking meters, 860 meters to Wales 862. So both these teams do enjoy kicking deep. Okay. Penalties conceded. England conceded 8 penalties to Wales for only conceding 4. Now you look at the cards. England conceded 1 yellow card and Wales are still yet to get a card. So in terms of discipline, Wales shouldn't really concede much penalties. And England didn't seem really strong at the attack against Italy. Okay. So Wales can still bring a surprise here, but to me, it's an England one here. If you look pound for pound, like player by player, position by position, England should get a big win over here, and it's at Twickenham as well. So I have England by 10 or more. That's my prediction of what I can see from what England provide here. But let me know what you think in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, please do like my video. Thank you all. Cheers.